Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Nisha Lachelle, and welcome back to my little slice of this YouTube universe. I am so excited about today's topic. I mean, it's the top of the year, and out in front of each and every one of us, there is plenty of opportunity. There's so much greatness to seize. There's so much greatness on the inside of us, and when is there a better time than right now to just prepare for it and take it on? You could be great because you are great. You just gotta let it out. You just have to let it out. I just have to let it out. We have to be happy. We have to be excited for it. We have to plan for it so it can be effective. And that's some of the strategy that we're going to talk about today. Hey guys, okay, so today I really wanted to share with you some points that I found that have really been effective and things that I'm going to still implement in living your best life. I think a lot of us can be living life on automatic, living life by routine, kind of living life out of habit, just another day, same old, like that kind of thing. But in reality, each of us have something that's pulling us, right? Each of us have a calling that we can live out, a purpose that we can really live out, where we get to access and activate all the best parts of ourselves, give ourselves and share ourselves with those that are around us, because that just simply allows us to bloom and blossom and get bigger and get better, and to really soak up this experience that is life and all the beauty that this life really has to offer. It doesn't have to be mundane all the time. It doesn't have to be routine all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can break out of the mold. You can break out of the patterns that you see around you. And we all can really and truly live our best life, right? So the top of the year is just a really great time for us to kind of focus on that and reset some strategy and some goals and how to achieve that for our life. So the very first point that really struck home to me was actually, how do you define your best life? Like, what does your best life look like? Now that might seem silly or like, well, why was that the first thing? But I really ask, have you really considered it? Okay, considered it without the opinions of those people that are around you, without the opinions of society, without the opinions of culture, without the opinions of even your own expectations for yourself, because sometimes we can be our own worst critic. What does your best life really look like? You at your healthiest, you at your freest, where you're not tying yourself down or holding yourself back. What does that look like? And sometimes we don't know that right off the top. Sometimes we've just been so consumed with the noise that's around us, then all we can do is see ourselves through the lenses of everybody else. So I would really challenge us, we all need to take time to just rest, to shut off the noise, to shut off all the expectations, just pause for a second and really take inventory and uncover what does it look like to live your own personal best life. It's just a freeing thing, the weight is really lifted because your best life is connected to your purpose. Your best life is connected to your growth. Your best life is connected to your heart and your mind and your emotional and your spiritual freedom. Your best life, what does that look like? Okay, so now that you've discovered, or you're beginning to uncover what your best life looks like, from your time in prayer, your time in meditation, or even just your time in the stillness, whatever you uncovered. Now, the next thing that I would say that we can start doing is actually setting goals for ourselves, personally, professionally, spiritually, and based off of our dreams. See, I think that we're all made up of many different areas. I don't think that we're just one lump of a person. We have all of these beautiful different elements that make us who we are, and each part of us deserves our intent, deserves our effort, deserves our strategy, because it matters. Do you know what I mean? It matters in your overall experience of life. So it's important that we actually look at it. What habits do we need to change or cultivate in those different areas of life so that we can actually accomplish the things that we're looking to? Sometimes some of the behaviors that we have, sometimes some of the habits that we have. I know for a long time I was just a procrastinator. Well, I could have all the great dreams that I wanted in the world, but because I made a habit of procrastination, that was always going to hold me back. And so I had to really start to develop some different habits in my life. What are some of the things that you may need to let go of? You know, in each new season, we can't like keep carrying everything and everyone from our past forward. Some things were meant for a season. Some people were meant for a season. And it's okay. Like, change and transformation it's good. It's healthy when it's healthy. What are some things that we actually need to let go of to make the load a little bit lighter, so that as we run towards whatever those goals are in those areas, we can actually really pick up some real momentum and actually get going? What are some things that we actually need to make or get right in life? I know a lot of times we want to just get rid of everything, right? So like, on the one hand, there are things that we need to let go of, but then on the other hand, there are things that we just need to make right. Don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. No, actually own your responsibility per se, you know, some things that you've done or that you've been a part of, and kind of make those things right. Get our house in order. You know, and that's relationally, that's financially. And then we have to be sure that while we're doing this, that we're not comparing ourselves to the people that are around us. Like, comparison is the thief to everything great about you. It truly, truly is. The beautiful thing about like social media is that we all get to create these like posts in life where when we look back in retrospect, we're reminded of the great things that happened to us. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a healthy thing, because oftentimes the bad things, the negative things, the uncomfortable things, the hurtful things are the things that our mind goes back to first. So sometimes it takes a while for us to remember, like, oh yeah, that one good thing did happen. Oh yeah, that was cool. Oh, I forgot about that, right? So I think social media can be really healthy in that regard, but it's important that we always remember that that's what that is. Like, you can't compare your current reality to somebody else's memory flag. Like, don't do that. That's just not healthy. That's just not effective. And it won't actually push you forward towards your goals. It'll actually hold you back. So the next thing that comes to mind is that this year we have to start taking charge of our own lives. We cannot wait for the people around us to give us permission to be great or permission to go after our dreams. We can't wait for the people around us to see it and understand our dreams and understand the vision that's been given to us. We can't wait around for them to celebrate. We can't wait around for them to really invest of themselves. We can't wait around for them to have their own dream and then we can run together. We literally can't wait around for anybody, because actually that's really fear. That's really procrastination. Like, that's really a way to just give yourself permission to cop out and not go after it. You cannot do that. We cannot do that any longer. Not this year, not in the years to come. We have to take charge of our lives. We have to create more and just give of ourselves more, you know, share more, because sometimes we won't pull on ourselves, but as we start to share, the necessity of who we are and our gifts and our talents will actually be called upon. And that's where you shine. That's where you glow. That's where you blossom and you become, right? That's where your gift makes room for you. That's where you suddenly look up and was like, oh man, I was just creating more and giving of myself and sharing what was on the inside of me. And now look at all these opportunities that have like come my way. Wow, who would have thought, right? And in doing that, we have to believe the best for ourselves. We have to speak the best of ourselves, you know, like there's so much negativity. There's so much doubt that's going to be floating around. There's so much criticism that's going to be going out there. Like, you literally have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that anything is possible. Like, you have to believe that you're more than enough. You have to believe that this year everything can change, and you need to speak that way too. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be a lot of like doubt, a lot of hecklers, a lot of haters, a lot of, you know, criticism, a lot of people speaking from their own fears, their own personal insecurities, their own everything. So you can't allow your voice to join that noise. You have to tell yourself, I can do this. I will do this. I am enough. It is possible. And you have to affirm yourself daily, because we have to trade out those old negative habits for new healthy habits. And the final thing that I have to share with you today is to realize that now is go time. Like, it is go time. You guys, we got to be flexible, okay? Because life happens. So make a blueprint for your life, but understand that when curveballs come, when the unexpected happens, don't like get down on yourself. Don't halt in your tracks. Don't dig your heels in the sand. Make adjustments, stay agile, be flexible, but go ahead, set those goals, set those action steps, right? And then go Go. I mean, listen, we've talked about so much right now. You could actually turn the video off, don't, and start going. Listen, this year we have to step outside of our comfort zone. We have to stretch our own boundaries. We have to set boundaries. So like if you don't have boundaries, we have to set boundaries. But then we have to like stretch our limitations, step outside of our comfort zones, because nobody's ever done anything great when they were completely comfortable. No, test yourself. You are more than what you realize. We have to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. But when you ask for help from wise and trusted counsel who has fruit on the tree, good fruit in that area, use it. And everybody, you guys, we have to start where we are with what we have. We have to learn, we have to grow, and we have to expect great things. And I hope to encourage you to do the same. Let's go. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Not only subscribe, but turn on the notifications so that you can know the next time that I upload a video. And share. I should put that on the list for this year. We need to share the good things. We be sharing all kind of crazy stuff. Let's share some good things. Share this. Sharing is caring. Let's go.